Yo guys, this is Jared, aka the Saint of Sins on Xbox Live, bringing you some Halo 4 war games on the map Haven with my boy, the Blade X17, aka Blade, aka Butters. This here is one of my mutual friends through Mr Al Sharpton, or more commonly known as Big Guy. We're rolling by ourselves on some Infinity Slayer, which is a bit odd given that I rarely play with Blade unless Big Guy is involved. This is one of those rare exceptions. Before we go too far, let me first just get this off my chest. I loved Halo Reach. I'm probably one of the few that still think Reach did a lot of really good things and was a step in the right direction after Halo 3. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Halo 3 despite how many hours I sank into that. Hell, that's the one game I may never live down. Mostly because I won't be allowed to. Quick story time, boys and girls, so round up around the carpet and grab a seat, little kitties. You're about to hear all about Uncle Josh, aka Truth Slayer. So it all began with me possibly having a plan to meet up with one of my friends from my car playing days, simply known as Tominsky, at one of the bigger Ring of Honor wrestling events at the Manhattan Center, which is the upper floor event hall of the Hammerstein Ballroom. I don't need to explain what the Hammerstein Ballroom is, do I? Anyway, this was back around 2007. The timeline was back in November. Are you starting to pick up where this is going yet? No? Then either you're not a wrestling fan or you're a clueless moron WWE fan. Okay, enough digressing. Tominsky and I had talked about possibly meeting up for the November 3rd event after being in attendance for the previous New York event. Of course, it was announced that Mitsuharu Misawa would make his American debut at Glory by Honor 6. We didn't take the step of ordering tickets online for the event in advance, and it wasn't a guarantee we could roll up to the show and get tickets at the door. After all, this is Mitsuharu Misawa we're talking about. He tiger bombed your sins. So with the event closing in, and with no idea what to do, I ended up spending the night, not showering and playing hours upon hours of Halo 3. I don't remember much else from that night, but I would assume massive rage was had. Sometime after that, it became public knowledge that I skipped out on seeing Misawa live to sit at home and play Halo 3. I would never be allowed to forget this blasphemy, especially with Josh. Fast forward to WrestleMania 26, where Josh and some members of the Skype Talkers headed out to Arizona to catch a full weekend of wrestling Nirvana. There, Josh bumped into the great Stan Hansen. Again, if you don't know who this is, why are you still watching this video? Go educate yourself on some truly great wrestling from the land of the rising sun already. Right, the story. Josh told Stan my deal, and next thing I know, I'm getting a message from Josh telling me that Stan Hansen called me a fucking moron. While I should feel nothing but great shame, I am honored that Stan Hansen knows how much of a stupid cunt I am. So there's my story about Halo 3. It's the franchise I closely relate to me being a stupid fuckwit. But enough about that. I think the reason I didn't like Halo 3 as much as I loved Halo 2 was how much larger some of the maps got, the overpowering of certain dual-wieldables that made them not worth dual-wielding, the emphasis on its broken matchmaking system, and how headshots would register. Wait, after all of this, we appear to be closing in on the last moments of this game? We're not even close to the 600 points required to finish this one out. Oh, right. It's part of guests.
Game over. Victory.
They all quit.
I was hoping they would stay.
I was hoping they would stay as well, my sweet, sweet, beautiful Blade. That may have been the easiest game I've ever played so far, and for it to end so abruptly? It's like trying to explain to your date on prom night why most of the goods you promised her are oozing from your pants. Welp, that wraps up this gameplay. I think I wanted to bring this one to you just for the story. Well, that and kind of set the bar low on expectations for me moving forward. I really like this map. I think it's the most simplistic one I've ran on so far, and it makes for some great battles. I finished out 9-1 with 4 assists. The Metal Cow showcases that all of my kills came way via the headshot. Bitch, all I get is head. I'll see you guys around with some more Halo 4. I'm already cutting up a game as I speak. Okay, not really, but it's coming. Trust me on that much. Fucking broken promises.